I was just looking to make sure they're actually on the right side. I realized I started it off without without double checking that they were actually on the right team. So let's just have a look at it. There we go. We can see that at the top on blue, we have the Apollo lineup, and on orange, we have the Runic lineup. Good. We are ready to go. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you very much for your patience, people. It's very much appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, first ban. Is it going to be Thatcher or will it be someone else? It's going to be Jackal, banned by the blue team. And I'm going to guess that Runic are going to ban Thatcher. Let's see what they're going to do. I would assume Thatcher. They banned him in the last one, but they could have been baiting out the ban. They could have been baiting the ban. No, they weren't baiting. It's going to be Thatcher. All right. No big surprise. As everyone knows, I prefer the Maverick ban on this map, but people still like the Thatcher ban. That's all good. Now, are we going to get a Valkyrie ban, Mirror, or a Kaid? Possibly even a Goyo. It's going to be the Kaid. Like I say, very common this season. I think he's been banned every single game so far, except maybe one. So yeah, he's people not liking him this season. I mean, he was banned a lot last season, but he hasn't been buffed. So I don't know why all of a sudden this season people have a problem with him. Valkyrie's going to get gone as well. That's pretty standard for Clubhouse. There's a lot of good utility that can be gained in Clubhouse by using Valkyrie. So it has become very, very common to take it out of play. That isn't really a big surprise to me, if I'm totally honest. Now, CCTV is going to be the first site to get played. No big surprises there either. Apollo starting on defense. We are going to see Thunderbird coming out. I do like to see the new operators coming out. And we haven't seen so much Flores play last season or this season. But, oh, never mind. All right, Thunderbird isn't going to come out to play. She's going to be 6th picked for Frost. And we do have Rampy playing Twitch. Now, Rampy does love a bit of Twitch and a bit of Monty, if I remember rightly. Twitch, I've been talking about this the last couple of nights. We've seen more Twitch play this season so far in these 5 games than I think we saw in the whole season of Season 3. Maybe even Season 2 as well. She's just become very popular now. I think, you know, obviously she's got the fact that her drones can jump. That helps. That helps. Plus the fact that she has a regular drone during the prep phase means that she now has 3 drones in her pocket. So a very good operator to have to hand. Her stuns, lasers, whatever you call them, tasers on the shock drone, limited. You can use them as much as you want. Now that's been that way for a little while. They did change that back a little while ago to be infinite, but on a timer. But I guess just the fact that now, you know, now that the shock drone jumps and she gets an extra drone, it just helps to up her pick rate a little bit. Now we are going to have Eli playing on Pulse, going here for a possible jump out. He's going to prep that window and he's going to wait to see if anyone is going to rappel up to that balcony. He's got the shotgun in hand. We can see there are players out there. Pre-fires go through the window. They're going to have an idea that that was prepped. They might be able to hear the pulse scanner, but we are going to see Sledge rappelling up on the other side. So Eli isn't going to be able to jump out on him because he is safely away. Now I said Sledge, but it is Sledge. Okay. Now, this is a common thing for people to do for Maverick Trick, but I think this makes it harder to Maverick Trick a little bit more. See, look, it's easy to miss bits there when you prep that wall. I don't think that's good. I don't think that that's the best way to do it. I think it was the Brazilian Pro League teams that started a trend for that with Buck and Maverick, and it carried over, but I don't think it's the most efficient way to do it. Once that drops, I mean, look, that's how it works when you try to Maverick Trick a wall that's already been prepped by Sledge or Buck. It's just so much more difficult. Now Stutters has to back away because he's taking a load of damage. And that wall is now going to be really difficult to get open. They're going to have to use the Selma. So to be fair, it's not going to get bandit tricked or anything. So the wall is going to get open, but it's not as efficient as it could have been. We've spent the first 1 minute, 10 seconds on getting that wall open, whereas a well-coordinated team will have it done in 30 to 40. So a little bit of a slow start there for Runic, but no doubt they will pick it back up as Manny makes his way into stocks or storage. I think it's stocks downstairs, isn't it, rather than storage. Lions is going to be coming over here to where Ace has done some damage to the wall here, opening up the standard default angle that allows you to look through the garage door up to that window in to the site. Now, the Pulse is the first one to fall. That's not the way it's supposed to go. You need him for your intel gathering, And we can see that Lions was going to try to rappel up and go through that wall, but he didn't seem to be able to do it. I don't know if the rappel and the vault didn't work, but wasn't able to pull it off as Hayden does claim the life of Ace. Fortunately, he's used his Selmas when he needed to, so that's not a big problem right now, but Rampy is going to claim another life there. That's Ulysses getting dropped, and that puts us in a 3 versus 4, or a 2 versus 4 in favor of Runic. So Apollo not looking too good right now as Hayden is the last man standing on his team, thanks to Manny getting the kill onto Jay. And he is going to wait downstairs for a possible plant and dinar. Plant is starting. It's not in a default spot, but Rampy's going to... Sorry, Hayden is going to make his way back up. Plant is going to be successful. Rampy does pull it off. 40 seconds to go. Hayden needs to find 3 kills and the diffuser and disable it. It's not in a default position. It's stuck right up against the wall, but it doesn't really matter as Hayden is going to get taken out before he can get to do anything about it, even if he had found it. All right, let's try replays. We've had some replay challenges this week. Let's see if they're going to work tonight. Okay, no, they're not. Thank you. That's what we love to see. That's what we love to see. All right, we will sort it out. We will sort it out. CCTV and cache, we're going to go there again. So, good first round there for Runic, despite the slow start. They didn't let it hinder them. They managed to get in and gun stuff. Pacey's got no 2XB coins. We need to start watching more, my dude. We need to start watching more. We've got to stop gambling away. Got to stop gambling. Otherwise, how are you going to gamble? Because you'll have nothing to gamble with if you keep on gambling and losing. It's fine to gamble, just make sure you win. That's the thing. That is the thing. Hey, Den, welcome to the stream. Yes, Toot knows better than pro players. Well, you don't need to put it... you don't need to put it quite like that, Den. I wasn't saying I know better than pro players, but I think the proof was in the pudding there that clearly the Maverick trick wasn't quite as successful as it could have been if the wall had been left completely hard from the other side. Oh no. Alright, so let's see what is going on here as we do start the attack phase. An interesting action phase, rather. Interesting frost map being placed there by Hayden. I don't know how effective that's going to be. We do have Pulse in play again. He's going to be looking for intel, but it is going to be Jaeger, played by Jay Got Booted, downstairs in garage storage right now, waiting for a possible jump out, or just to stop anyone from coming down beneath. Now, Castle is a good operator to play down here. You can use him very effectively. And with the addition... thank you very much for following, Den. With the addition of the extra barricade, even more useful downstairs now. But he is going to sit here waiting for a jump out. Loads of intel being gathered by Eli. He knows there's 2 players, knows there's a Maverick, knows there's one rappelling, and knows there's one rappelling also on the... Oh, he's going to chuck the C4 to try to get the kill there, and he is successful. He manages to take out Stutters. And look how shaky that that Maverick trick is again. Now, it doesn't really matter. The job's been done. Ace can open that. Aziax just needs to throw his utility up there. There's no signal jammer. I'm surprised Manny hasn't recognized this yet, because you can quite clearly hear that there's no signal jammer. But Aziax has decided, hey, we're just going to sit here, we're going to wait. Let's see what they're going to do. Opening main walls is not the strong suit of Runic, it seems. There we go again, 1 minute, 10 seconds in. Now, it didn't impact Runic too much in the last round, but they need to start working on this faster and not delaying so much. Jay Got Booted comes round, but Lions sees him before he sees Lions, and Lions does get that pick and take him out of commission, putting us in a 4 versus 4. He had a much easier time shooting Jay Got Booted than he did shooting static proximity sensors. Rampy's going to take a bit of damage outside on this doorway. I'm assuming that's from the player up at the top. Is Rampy going to spot the frost map? No, he's not. He's going to put his drone right past it, but as he starts to move his way up, he doesn't know it's there, but he's going to get downed anyway by Manny's. No, sorry, Manny gets the kill. Rampy does get down. Ace is in sight behind him. Ulysses finishes off the kill as Aziax starts to walk upstairs, but does he realize there's a frost map? He's going to walk into it. He's going to walk into it. Come on. Let's go. There we go. I thought that was an interesting frost map, but it actually worked. Imagine that. Aziax down, Manny the last man standing. Let's get a replay on that just for the fun of it. I think I probably missed the point. Oh, C4 gets ripped, does nothing to Manny as he pushes into sight. He gets the pistol out, manages to knife, slams, and Hayden comes in, but Hayden comes off better and takes down Manny. Well played to Hayden for the game sense and abilities there. Right, let's try the replays just one more time. If they don't work this time, we won't hit them again. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. No. Okay. Well, forget you then. If you're going to be like that, replays, forget it. Interestingly, I mean, the replays are actually... Have they been captured? Yeah, they have. The replays have been captured, but for some reason they're just not playing. Okay, whatever. Whatever. We just won't worry about replays for this this one here tonight. Right, that's them just being bad. Yeah. Runic not doing a good job on that main wall. They won't have to try it again for a little while, as that site is now locked due to Apollo taking the double on that site. So they are now going to go downstairs into Church and Arsenal, which is what we would expect. This is always the second choice for teams that go to CCTV. Typically the second choice, not always, but typically. Church and Arsenal, let's see what's going to be played here. We've got slams on the castle. We don't have Jay got booted on the castle, but are we going for a bit of an SSG style roam here? We've got the castle barricades going up. We've got the hatch open. We've got holes at the bottom of the stocks wall. Slams opening up some other holes. We've got no one upstairs just yet. The hatches are reinforced, so it isn't actually an SSG hole, but it is a similar looking variant, and it's something where the defense need to get back to site as quickly as possible. They have managed it, because one of the downsides of that roam is that it spends so much time setting up over here that you leave the site pretty much unprotected by maybe one player for quite a bit of the start of the round. And if the attackers are quick on that, they can just run in, open this hatch, drop down and take control of the site. But that's not going to happen here, although Manny is going to fall to the hands of one thirsty attacker. Rampy making his way up to the top, and we need to see a bit of a top floor clear here, but Rampy's going to go for the classic upside down rappel on the kitchen hatch. Now, I'd like to see him throw 2 followed by 2 due to the impact trick potential underneath, but there is actually no one there, so it doesn't need to. 4 X-Kairos are going to be used, and they are going to be successful. Hatch is now open as Stutters takes down Ulysses, putting Apollo in a 3 versus 4 at a bit of a deficit. Hayden does manage to take down one, though, evening things out, making it 3 versus 3. Opens fire on Tiaziax, who is pushing his way with Hibana down dirt tunnel. Stun grenades are going to go out. That's going to possibly affect Hayden just a little bit, but the C4 is going to buy him a little bit of time. But that push does come through, and Slams is going to slam Aziax and Rampy. Quick refrag onto Hayden there, leaving Lions all on his own. He is going to manage to take Slams out of commission, leaving Eli and Lions in a 1 versus 1. But Eli upstairs on the hatch. Big brain players from Eli, manages to clutch it up and take one for his team, putting a round on the board for the boys and girls of Apollo, making it a 2-1 lead right now. So Apollo starting to pick things up a bit. Apollo looking good. Now, for those that don't know, Apollo and Runic, I've talked about this already this week, but Apollo and Runic played against each other in another league at the weekend, and Runic won it. I think it was like a 7-3. So a lot of people will be backing Runic tonight, probably based on that pure fact alone. Whereas myself and Zek, when we did the prediction panel, we were like, yeah, Apollo. Voxy went Runic, we went Apollo, because we were kind of feeling that they possibly have the advantage. At the moment, it's looking good for myself and Zek. But there is still a long time to go. All of our games this week have been very, very close. In fact, the most unclose game we had was a 7-4. And even that's just one round short of a full regulation play, right? So every game this week has been a fair challenge, I think, for both teams. I know there are some players who say, no, it was no challenge, it was easy, we weren't trying. We know who the teams are that will say that. We know who the players are that will say that. We know who they are. We don't need to name check them and give them the publicity. But the fact is that all of the games this week have been pretty close. And this is what we want to see. We like close games, right? Hopefully tonight will be no different. Bottom of logistics wall is open. Standard single reinforcement here with a mirror window going up on it. We don't have a mirror window just yet on bathroom, which is a common place to put one. We have a single reinforcement and a hole here. This is an interesting choice I've seen this work, I've seen this fail. Much like any other strat, I've seen it work and I've seen it fail. But I feel like it's kind of opening yourself to trouble because you are just basically giving free line of sight to one of your key rotates between the site and logistics, especially as this wall is not open and this wall is not fully open either. Now it is getting open so you can vault through, but still I feel like with this setup, it doesn't really make much sense. You're just giving free control to the attackers, and I just don't know if it's really worth it. Aziak starts to send his drone in, but he gives up on that one as Manny has got his drone down. You can see there's one player in construction. Player is going to lay down, but he's not going to be able to take Manny's drone out of commission, as Stutters is going to come around and do some work here on this wall. That's been stopped by the signal jammer, and that's going to get taken out here possibly by Stutters. He can't see where it is. It's just to the left, my dude. If you... oh no, it doesn't work in pro mode, does it? Pro HUD. Now that's going to do the job anyway. You could have shot it out if you got far enough over to the side. Actually, you probably couldn't, to be fair. I don't think you could. So yeah, fair point, fair play. Grenade is the way to do it. That wall does get opened, and Stutters is going to reposition himself, head up to the roof, and make his way in from the top along with most of his other teammates. Lions holding that long angle there onto the gym window as he starts to join Manny up on the roof. We're not getting much play over here on Jacuzzi's side. Lions is diverting his attention over there, but that explosive is going to force Jay Got Booted, or encourage Jay Got Booted, to look at that line of sight. Yellow pin goes out to let his teammates know that someone has taken that wall. And that's some attention we need to go. Oh, Jay takes his eyes off the prize. And that's Twitch drone comes in and takes down that mirror window. He fires all of the bullets he can, desperately trying to do some damage to Lions, but Lions just comes off better. I don't know how Lions survived that. He's got 55 HP left. I don't know how he survived. Drone goes in from Lions as one player makes his way onto the main stairs. Stutters is down by Eli, but Slams falls as well. And we are now in a 2 versus 4 with Hayden and Eli in that 2 versus 4. Eli down below with a C4 in play. He's going to send it up, but there is no one there. And he's going to wait patiently before setting that off until he gets the intel that the time is right. Eli now in his own in a 1 versus 2. There are 3 players on the board for Runic, but one is downed. And is he going to get revived? That's the question. One player retreats into logistics, but Lions with that LMG is just going to pop around and get a nice easy kill onto Mozzie on the back stairs there. And that's a round going in favor of Runic. A round they kind of need. Oh, okay. Sorry, I just saw something in the server that confused me for a moment. All right. Okay. Let's move that out of the way. Does that not work? It doesn't work like that. Oh, I forgot. I'm not on a Mac anymore for this, am I? Okay, fine. 6-pick Thunderbird onto Frost yet again. I want to see some Thunderbird plays. But it doesn't matter. Thank you very much for the follow, Katozian. Very much appreciated. You can find a list of commands. You've typed it. Yes, you got a list of commands, Katozian. Plenty of commands for you to choose from. Prize pool, for example. We'll tell you what the prize pool is for this season. We've got a good prize pool this season. It's probably the biggest prize pool we've had. No, it is the biggest prize pool we've had any season. And this time we're spreading the love a little bit more. The winning team for this season is going to get a £200 cash prize. Now, it's not the biggest cash prize we've had. The biggest one was last season with £250 for the team. Thank you to the donators. We had Glossy Club, Profit, we had Voxy adding to that prize fund. But that's all that there was last season, along with the standard extreme rate controller shells and side grips, handle grips. Those were there for the winning team last season, like they have been every other season, and they are back this season with the same prize. For this season, for first place, we're doing the extreme rate grips and shells, along with the £200 cash prize, but also we're adding in 600 Rainbow Six credits. It's not a lot. It makes up the difference of that £50 pretty much. It's just something a little bit different. It's something that we're able to get hold of. For second place, first time we're going to have a second place prize this season. Second place is going to get 5 1200 R6 credit codes. It's not a lot, but it's something, right? It's something for at least getting there to the end. And we have the return of the MVP prize this season, which is going to be a Hex Gaming Pro controller, a new controller that Hex Gaming have got coming out. I don't think it's actually out yet, but it is on offer as the prize for League MVP this season, so one lucky person will be able to get that. And I look forward to seeing who's going to unlock that. Now, Runic have just basically given up on Maverick tricking as it is and have just decided to open up the bottom of the wall, take out the utility, and then let Ace do his job. C4 goes out. Rampy is going to avoid it as we are in a 4 versus 4. Jay got booted, is taken out of play. That's Jaeger. No more. That's one good gun off of the board, but the utility is still up and standing. We've got one ADS right there, along with a signal jammer. We've got a signal jammer there. Where's the other ADSs? We've got classic Frostmat right there. We've got no ADSs in the site here. Maybe they've all been cleared out already. It's just this one by Ulysses. Oh no, they'll be over by Slams, won't they? Wait, they're not. Why? Oh my god. How are people falling for these Frostmats? This is such a classic Frostmat. All right, H8 Ulysses isn't going to peek out yet. I don't think he realizes that there's someone down there in a Frostmat. To be fair, he's posing no threat other than being a human drone, being able to give intel. Now, there we go. Eli is going to finish off that kill. 4 versus 2 with Vanny playing as Buck down below, trying to do some damage to the player up above, but he just isn't managing it. He's gone down to like 5 HP and he is going to have to retreat. Rampy coming in to try to back up his teammate, but he's going to be pinched from both sides. There's one player on Rafters, one in Cash. He does claim that life of Slams. Slams falls. And Rampy is in control. But a bit of gunfire goes to the wall, pre-fires. Is going to push Eli right back, and Rampy is the last man standing, but he's not going to be able to do enough as with that shotgun, Pulse comes around and gets the pick. Nicely done. Right, I'm going to just change something here. Bear with me for a second, stream. Bear with me. I'm trying to get used to using this PC for streaming with. I've only just started using a PC for streaming, and it's a little bit different to using a Mac. I had so many things set up and worked out in my process flow on my Mac, whereas on this PC I haven't quite got it all set up yet. So I'm getting there. It's a learning experience. We learn together. Now, with CCTV being won by the defense and Lot, Church and Arsenal is going to be the next site to get played. We're going to get a 6-pick from Thermite onto Hibana. Kind of makes sense. Both operators different, but equally good. Personally, I'm more of a Thermite player, I think. I like Hibana, but I think Thermite's just a little bit more... I don't know. I mean, he doesn't have a SMG sidearm or machine pistol sidearm, but I don't think that really matters. I think his 5.56... The stun grenades that he can bring, all the smoke grenades, very useful for covering a breach and a rotate. The fact that his utility just opens up a hole that you can run straight through without having to worry too much about inconsistency of X-Kairos. We have to admit, X-Kairos is still inconsistent. There are times when you'll fire 6 at a wall, and for some reason only 3 of them will stick, and 3 will just disappear from nowhere and do nothing. It's like really weird. But of course, Hibana much more versatile when you're trying to attack from above because you can split those pellets up. You've got, 6, 12, 18 pellets in your pocket. 4 per hatch is all that's needed. You can open up lines of sight in walls as well, quite safely. So, they both have their benefits. I just prefer the Thermite, but makes total sense to bring Hibana here, mainly because of the hatch plate. In an interesting twist and turn of events, the hatch for Moto has been opened up already by the defense. We've got 3 players roaming around here in the bar. Lions is going to claim the early pick as Rampy and Lions go low on HP as well, but Lions gets the team kill onto his teammate Rampy as he's looking. He doesn't realize that's a head there on the wall, and the head doesn't realize that he's a body or a slug. Stutters manages to claim the life of 1. There is another one down there in sight, just waiting to show his head. That is going to be Castle, but Slams is going to come off better in that gunfight, even though it's the worst gun in the game. C4 goes out, but it does nothing. Manny rushes into sight, and it's just a quick flurry of kills in the kill feed. As a lot of Runic players just dash their way in, take complete control of the site, don't even go for the defuse. They just clean up bodies. And we go 3-3 at the end of the first half. Now, for those of you new to the stream this week, if you don't realize what the numbers are at the top next to the 2 team logos, which you probably won't. They are their current standing positions, the positions on the standings. So Apollo are currently number 9 and Runic number 10. Obviously, every other team has played and has points, or at least have played and have got themselves officially onto the standings board. Apollo and Runic still left to officially join the standings, so are currently sitting down at 9 and 10. But after this game, one of these teams is very likely to move up. If Apollo win, if Apollo win, they'll go up. They'll go up to like 5th place or something like that. Swiss system's very weird when it comes to standings and takes a bit of getting used to. First time using it this season, might be the last time. We've got to see how it works. But it's interesting. It's interesting. Swiss systems also leave you with ties. You have different ways to do tiebreakers, so we just got to see how that plays out. And yeah, hopefully it should be straightforward. 5 seconds left before insertion. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it. Okay, now Stutters playing here on smoke in dirt tunnel. Very common, standard position to be playing. Fully reinforced, but no one is coming for that wall just yet. Hayden is playing on Hibana. He might be responsible for that. Although we do have 2 other hard breach. We've got Ulysses and Jay got booted, so any one of them can actually open up that dirt tunnel wall. Normally I'd expect it to maybe one Ace Selma, but that's not going to happen. Ace is likely to be the player that comes down this main staircase and opens up the church wall. As Rampy's going to be holding on the main stairs. It's very peaceful. Very calming. Drone is going to come down, though, and ruin that peace and quiet. That is the drone of Hayden here. As it comes down, it is going to find Rampy, and Rampy's going to take that drone out. He's going to expect a push, so he's going to be ready for the gunfight. But it isn't coming just yet. So there we go. There is Ash. Ash versus Jaeger. Ash is going to take the win there, and that puts Apollo at the man advantage. More man and woman advantage, depending on how woke you want to be about it. Person advantage is the better way to do it. Now, Slams putting down utility there, but Manny waiting for this flank here. He could get an easy kill as Ash goes running through. But Manny is going to just wait a little bit too long. He's being a little bit too cautious. He had a free kill there. Don't know what he's waiting for. He might be waiting for more players to stack up in kitchen. But one coming down the staircase is going to get picked off, and Manny is going to retreat to make sure he doesn't get refragged. Player coming up through lounge, and Manny's going to claim his life too. 2 of them now backing in. Oh, he's going to claim 1. That's the triple kill. He doesn't know there's another player behind him, and Slams is going to finally end Manny's reign of terror. 3 players dropping there to that nice roam game from Manny. Big plays from Manny as he goes 10 and 4 right now, doing great work for his team. 2 versus 3, 1 minute left to go on the clock. Ulysses and Slams, last 2 players left standing. Aziax is going to get droned out, and he is going to be prepared for that gunfight as the players push in on that intel. Stutters playing back here inside now. Has left dirt tunnel behind as Aziax falls to the hand of Slams. And Stutters is going to come in to support his teammates. He's got the shotgun, he's got the gas grenades, loads of work he can do here along with Lions, who can open up even more lines of sight. Slams upstairs, waiting to find something to do. 30 seconds left to go. Ulysses going up to join him, but he's going to make his way through dirt tunnel now, which has been left unchecked. And this could be easy pickings, but the door is barricaded, if I saw rightly. It is barricaded, and he's going to have to shoot that open. That's going to give his position away, which is going to cause Stutters to look around and claim the kill. Slams making his way down the main stairs. He's going to get the quad kill. He's got 1 left to find. He needs to ace to win this. Last player's on blue, but Lines is going to deny that ace. He's going to get the pick. And Runic are going to go up 4-3. Well played to Runic for denying that ace. Hey, welcome to the stream, Panics. Thank you very much for joining. Hope you're doing all right. First time chat. I don't know if it shows the rest of you that it's first time chat, or if it just shows me it because I'm a mod, admin, whatever. But yeah, welcome, Panics. Thank you very much for joining us. Okay. Make sure I got things right. We've only had 1 plant in this whole game so far. CCTV, next site to get played. If you play Church and Arsenal first time, the chances are you're going to go to CCTV for the second round. No big surprises coming out here from Runic as they do go up top to most teams' default sites. We can take a look at some stats for this map. Let's take a look at some stats from last season. We don't have stats for this season yet because it hasn't been played, of course. But Clubhouse last season was 42% attacker favored and 58% defender favored. This site, 50-50. Perfect split between attack and defense favored. So this could be anybody's round at this point. We saw Apollo play this site 3 times and they won it 66% of the times that they played there. This is the first time that we're seeing Runic play it. Let's see what they'll be able to do as they get their hands on it. Now we've got the standard reinforcements there. Standard reinforcement, no hole next to it. We've got ADSs up here on Catwalk. Perfectly regular Year 2 strats coming out here on Clubhouse. Barring this, obviously everyone used Broken Rope. Okay. Standard Year 2 strats coming out on this map right now, on this site, from the boys of Runic. Mozzie playing downstairs in stocks is going to take down that one drone, but Slams is going to go and see if he can pick up a kill based on the intel. But of course, Manny playing on the Mozzie has retreated. As Slams is going to push his way in, following behind that cheeky little drone that's going in front of him. That's the drone of Eli or Ulysses. I suspect Ulysses is still droning out in front. Yep, he's giving the intel to his teammate, letting him know, hey, you're all clear to move there into... oh no. You're all clear to move into lounge. Manny has picked up that drone and he's going to pull it away. But Slams isn't going to see it. Slams just lets it go past. He doesn't realize, and that drone has been set up by Manny to give drone watch on the player down below. C4 is going to be used to open up the holes, but Manny is going to fall to the own holes that he makes. There's... oh no, he is downed. He sends a breach. Oh, Jay got booted with the frag grenade, comes in to save the day. Nicely done. Slams not being able to get his utility out and do the damage that he needs, but Jay got booted, comes in with a grenade and finishes off the 2 players. Manny goes down. The player trying to get that revive and save goes down as well. Big oof for Runic as the main wall is now open, and also the reinforced wall on the catwalk is open as well. A little bit too low though. You want to try to aim to open a little bit higher so you get line of sight onto players that are walking or crouch walking along the catwalk. H8 Ulysses does take down a player. He takes down a second player, leaving Asiax all on his odds. That's an old phrase. That's an old phrase. H8 Ulysses takes a load of damage as he runs forward to get that plant. Plant is going to go down successfully as there's so many players covering it. Asiax manages to down one player, but Slams getting that flank, does manage to get the kill and put a round on the board for an Apollo. And what a beautifully close game we are seeing here today. I'm not sure if the plant went down. No, it didn't go down. 100 points denied. Most unfortunate for Ulysses, who gets denied his 100 points that he so rightly deserved for getting in and getting that plant. Now, CCTV is going to get played again. Runic are going to give it another shot. Thank you very much for the follow. PIYHR. Not quite sure how you pronounce that. So I'll just call you 123. So yeah. Asiat's going to 6-pick Capcan and go on to Jaeger. Now I'd love to see some Capcan plays. Obviously he's had the buff or the change where you can put more than one Capcan trap on a door. And I'm interested to see how in reality that will actually play out. I don't imagine anyone ever, in all seriousness, putting more than 2 on one doorway. How will people find it best to use it? Will we be having to look... well, you've got to look all over the place. I mean, just because you take out a Capcan trap on the, left-hand side ankle height, you still have to look head height, left side, right side, just in case there's any more there. So I think it will probably be more of a slow-down tactic than one that will actually pay off in terms of people running through 2 Capcan traps and just getting killed instantly. That's my feeling. I think it's just going to slow people down more as they have to be a little bit more cautious. But I don't know. I could be talking nonsense. I often am. I often am. Now, CCTV. No hard breach utility has gone up onto this wall. It's interesting that... okay, we are going to get some now. It's interesting that a magnet's been placed there. That's going to be used to take out a frag grenade if it gets chucked over a hole in the top by Maverick. The problem is that when the utility gets sucked up by a magnet, it still does what it's supposed to do. So, a frag grenade getting pulled into that magnet is going to do what? It's going to explode. Is it too far away from the bandit battery? Nope. That bandit battery will still get taken out, but it doesn't really matter because those bandit batteries are now exposed and can get shot out very, very easily, as can the magnet. So I don't think that's the best placement for a magnet, in all honesty. Manny does fall at the hands of Slams, I believe that was, leaving us in a 5 versus 4, and Apollo looking set to get the advantage and start to try to take a lead here Not for the first time. They were 2-1 up at one point, but it's been very, very backwards and forwards between these two teams. It's exactly what we love to see. Stutters watching the top of the east stairs as Aziak's downstairs in the basement on that big roam game, coming to the main stairs. Lions holding sight. Rampy throwing out his magnets and just sitting up here on the balcony. On the balcony? On the catwalk. Just waiting for stuff to happen. Hayden needs to do some work here. Oh, he's already done it. I just couldn't see it from the other side. Okay. He has the line of sight. He sees something up there. That's the magnet. Is he going to get it? I think he did get it. I think he got it. Zero cam is in. That's a nice placement. Now, that's a placement of a cam where you can get a little bit of intel, at least on the base, on the bottom side of the garage, but isn't going to get taken out by a defender that's on the top. Aziax manages to claim one life of Apollo at last, but doesn't really matter because Rampy is going to be left all on his own as he gets into gunfire with Zero making his way in through the doorway. There's one player on the balcony that's downed. He's going to get finished off by Rampy. That's Ulysses out of commission. Got two players on the east stairs, one in the garage. I think it's going to be the one in the garage that he's got to be careful of, though. But his attention is turned. Now he's getting pressed from every single side. There's only so many directions he can shoot so many bullets in, and he's not going to manage it. And Apollo are going to take that round. Fairly confidently, I would say. Fairly confidently. Hey, thank you very much for the follow, Royal Bal. Very much appreciated. Hello to you. Thank you for joining. Church and Arsenal is going to be the next site to get played. It's just become unlocked. Runic have decided, hey, guys, CCTV ain't working for us. Let's go back to Church and Arsenal. We played it once. We won it. It's unlocked. We can go there again. Let's go back to what we know. We can at least then maybe get a second round on the board. We'll go 5-5. We'll force at least a 7-5 or the possibility for overtime. Now let's remember that although we are running a Swiss system, we do still have points in play. So even though it's a Swiss system and it's overall based on win records, the points are still there and will be the ultimate decider of the placement of the teams.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
So let's see how it's going to play out with this Swiss system. I'm very interested to see how it works. Never done it before. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people do like it. Depends who you ask, of course. Okay, we've got people leaving the game. Looks like we're getting a rehost. We are getting a rehost. So let's go back here to the intermission. And we'll go to a rehost screen. Not sure why people are rehosting. Now, they don't have to actually rehost. Well, they didn't have to. All right. Let's do a rehost screen. We will return. We will return. He's going to take some damage from the other side, but Bison is going to get a kill as MYR gets one of his own. Zach has lost a hell of a lot of health. He's down to 5 HP. He's going to see the head of Conster, and he's going to rip it right off. Xinjiang does drop, but Juzmu does pull. Xinjiang starts the plant, but Bison sets off the C4, and that does take him down. Plant is denied. 3 versus 2. Vinjel very low on health. 0 health now as Eli is the last player left standing. He's on 1 versus 2. He manages to take down 1. He has no diffuser. He has to go for kills. He doesn't have time. He's going to take down Smoke. He just has to find that 1 kill, but he's on a default position. He's going to come running through here, and he is going to get it. What a clutch from Eli. What an absolute clutch. The game sense on the guy. Pretty much immediately afterwards, going to try to hold down Library as Pryor takes down FinJL, leaving us in the 2 versus 3. Eli almost dead now. He's looking completely the wrong place, and he's going to fall at the hands of MYR. 15 seconds left to go. Diffuser is dropped down. Apollo know where it is as Hulu takes down one of his own. We are going to get a push from Maverick. Good Guyzet's going to take down Ash in the freezer. Somehow, the Maverick pushes all the way past Good Guyzet. MYR takes down Eli. Just Toby manages to get that refrag. ADSs and magnets just not doing what they need to do. That's most unfortunate. Utility window gets smashed open, and Prophet gets the kill onto H8 Ulysses. Nursing and Bison 2 versus 3. Nursing manages to claim the life of 1. With Just Toby falling player hard right. Does Xinjiang know that someone's there? I don't think he does. He hasn't got the foggiest. He's going to pre-fire it though, and Xinjiang is going to get dropped. 1 versus 3. A lot of work here to do.
That's Jag on mute as Carbon's going to make his way back into sight as vertical damage is now being done by Athena. 3 players coming down white stairs, going for that freezer take. Profit is going to fall at the gun of Logic Sync, who is still doing great work here. We've got 1 player in the bar. Logic's going to come around and probably take him out of commission as well, but he has backed out into coach check. As RD9Z goes down to Necro, leaving Slams all on his own. He is going to get that refrag. He is playing here on white stairs. He's going to get pushed by 2 players. We need to see Kicks making good use of the drone game instead of watching his teammates. Necro is starting to do that. Fires and is going to take down Kurenai as he comes for that rotate around to try to catch him from behind. But Necro 2G does peek and then he comes around and gets the pick. 5 versus 3. Looking very good for Carp. What the? Necro takes down 1. An incredible kill there for him as Sloth comes in to save his teammate. Great. Up there on the 9-6 as well. Plant is started. Real knows it's happening. He knows there's a player watching and he is going to take him down. Oh my word, what a clutch from Real. People have just been dropping like flies. Just prior is going to claim 1 life. He's going to claim 2. That's diffuser drops. He knows where that is. 1 versus 2 now. Red pings are going out. Zach is here at the top of the white stairs with Logic down below, sending up that utility. Not going to do any damage to Nines, who is just roaming around all on his own here in the bar, trying to find those picks and protect the site. Oh, he's going to take down Zach Sync, the ADS. That's going to allow grenades to come out as Buck is going to peek his way in. And he is going to pre-fire at all the possible positions. Pre-Elo getting a little bit caught on each other there as Jack does manage to take down MYR. He's just going to come in and pre-fire everything, playing very aggressively right now. 3 versus 3. Player down. That is Kicks in logistics. Eli goes to pick up the kill, but he's not going to be able to. He's going to vault back in, and he is just going to get that pick. Nicely done. 3 versus 2 as Psycho gets taken out of play. Wide Joe. Maverick is standing far enough back. Stun Grade's coming down. Oh, he sees the head. He knows exactly where he's gone to. He sees the head of another, though. That is Shines. Rip Shines. There it goes. And it does miss Cams, but that pushes Cams back into white stairs, and Jamor is up on that white staircase. Cobra Sync jumps out, does get taken down by Cams, and Constant does take a big health damage. Godzak has controller's eyes in.
Okay, welcome back, people. Welcome back. Apollo versus Runic. Not sure what the rehost was for. This is the second team this week that's rehosted when the opponents have gone to match point. I'm not saying they're trying to get a tactical timeout, but... oh, wait a minute. Manny's left. Why? You know, we do have tactical timeouts available. I don't know why they're leaving this time. Yeah, it's 5-4. All right, yeah, it's 5-4. I wrote down the 6 because of the fact that when they all left, it automatically gifted around to Apollo. So let's go back into the rehost.
That's the quad kill. So he's going to rely on some intel from his teammates if he wants to use that second grenade wisely. Oh no, Zach Sync with the C4 does take down just Toby. Aluzi holding here in sight with MYR, waiting for the drop. It does come. Colin does get taken out of play, and MYR is going to take the second. That is Cluto out of commission as well, and that is the win for Reborn as they take round number 3, making it 2-1. Do you really not get the kill if you back out at this point? All right, so MYR is going to claim the life of 1 at least, as Sloth was downed. He's not going to be making his way through here, but he is going to come round to the hole in electrical. He's going to see the head of Mozzie, but he's not going to take it off. Mozzie starts to reload. Cheetah does get that pick, leaving Cams all on his own. All of Apollo. MYR still holding up top, going for that headshot with the SMG-11, but he isn't going to do anything. Oh no, Pros are going to push, and MYR is going to take him down and finish him off with that gas grenade. 4 versus 2 now. All players pushing up to the roof, which is the most common take here on Cafe. Start on the roof, work your way down. Constantly opening up windows, checking Cams, making sure that one's going for that run out. He does see someone put his way up, and that's going to be Strider. And yet again, Strider is the first player to die in the round. C4 goes off. Weisensink does take him out of commission. That was unfortunate for Profi. He should have had that. 3 versus 3. Logic playing down below, who is going to take down Pluto. 3 versus 2. Zenzo's going to make his way up to that very same window. Red pings are going out. Is he going to go for a cheeky free fire through the window, through the barricade? He knows that he's there. Oh, the window's been opened. Nice easy kill for Enzo. Jakoa needs to watch out on that window. Sorry, from Orphic. But they're not doing it. Instead, they're just losing Y Joe downstairs, who's going to go on cams, which is what you need from your teammate. We've got Simple Signer watching cams for some reason, even though we have a dead player that could have watched it for him. And he is going to know that he is going to be getting pushed at any moment now, as the attackers do need to do something about him. They just keep leaving him up. He is there on 90. Hayden spins round, takes out Y Joe. The question, oh, grenade goes out, and that's going to take down Pluto. That is most unfortunate. Well played there to Sloth. We are going to get a hole opened up here by the wall, but we've got Echo on the cams, and Necro's going to take him right down. That's most unfortunate as well, leaving TGC Glossy Club all on his own in a 1 versus 5. Necro doesn't like jumping over things. He's going to slide down the staircase. There we go. That's even better for you, Cruel. Shoot it down, look at it at a slight angle, and just bounce your way up. There we go. Oh, gets open. Oh, and there, Jakoa falls to the position that he played himself not too long ago. That is most unfortunate. Logic, whose KD of 7 is getting slightly damaged in this game, but we expect it. It is Mutiny. They are a strong team, as Logic, though, is going to answer that by pushing out aggressively onto Jakoa. Now, there was a drone there watching. We do have an SAS player. That is going to be Jag playing around here in the VIP section. He hears the cam gets taken out by an attacker. Does that attacker know that he's there? Aluzi does know he's going to bring...
Okay, we are back and we should be correct now, 5-4. So, yeah, the issue was that I'd written everything down correctly, and I'd written out the round that was going to start, round 10, and then, of course, when the game ended and I saw 6-4 and stuff, I was looking at my notebook, and I'd filled in the first 9 rounds that I'd actually written down, and I thought, wait a minute, we were on, no, round 10. I've got 6-4 here. So that's how we ended up with the second rehost. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying that Runic were calling a tactical rehost. I know that in stream, we've got one person at least saying they're calling a tactical rehost. I'm not saying they were. It's the second team that has rehosted just as the enemy has gone on to match point this week. But we do have tactical timeouts. There aren't many leagues that offer tactical timeouts, but we are a league that does offer tactical timeouts. So just a reminder for the teams that if you need a timeout at any point, you get 1 per map. All through the league, not just in playoffs, but you get it all through the league. In the 1 map that you play each week, you can have a tactical timeout for 1 minute, and you can have a chance to chat. So there's no need for tactical rehosts, which is something that people do. I'm not saying that the 2 teams this week have done that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that, as Legowski in the chat has said, that's how people perceive it when this happens at a 6, you know, on a match point, or is close to match point. Sorry. So, yeah. Of course, because I got the score wrong anyway, it wasn't a rehost as Apollo went to match point. They're not at match point yet. There's still plenty of time for Runic to get to match point first. Thank you very much for the follow, WSHO Wusho. I don't know how you pronounce it. I don't know how you pronounce it. If you want me to pronounce it correctly, type it out phonetically and for me in the chat, and I'll give it a pop. Ooh, I like the way the pop. Even though I've got a pop filter on my microphone, it doesn't stop the pops on the pop, ironically. Alright, so Stutters. Setting up the same standard setup here in Dirt Tunnel. 2 ADSs. We've got Eli with his hard breach charge. You now got 2 of those. Great buff. Great buff to have 2 hard breach charges on your operators. God, I love it. That's going to allow him to do the wall and also do a hatching kitchen as he opens up that doorway with a whole mag of bullets. I know it's faster, but it's a big waste of ammunition. It is a big waste of ammunition. If you have just joined and are wondering why no one has any kills or deaths, it's because we've just rehosted. So, 5-4. That means we will have no official MVP at the end of the match, which is a shame. It's a shame. All right, so Ulysses. Dirt Tunnel is open. He's going to go drone it. He's going to find a shield with a little head popping up behind it, just like whack-a-mole, as Rampy takes a whole load of damage. But fortunately, he's got a plethora of Kona stations down here on site that will be able to heal him up, flexing his champ charm there. from quite a while ago. Jay got booted, is going to get that first kill, though. The first kill of the round by taking down Aziax. 5-4, as Manny falls as well at the hands of Eli. We don't get to spectate Jay much because he's not someone that's always killing things, so we don't always get to see what Jay is doing. It's nice to be able to watch him there and see his moves. He's just going to stand here and watch the rotates. This makes sense. If you've got players in kitchen, you've got to watch out for the rotate there. For someone coming up that main stairs to try and get the quick cheeky flank onto whoever's in kitchen. But by having Jay there on that wall, you get to watch out for that sort of thing. Now, an air jab has gone up onto the kitchen doorway. It's useful if you want to stop someone from coming into the hatch during a post plant, but it's not going to be useful to protect these players if someone rotates up this staircase right now, because of course they'll just get shot from the doorway. Slams. Oh, maybe it was me. No, it was me having a connection issue there. 5 versus 3, 4 versus 3 as Rampy does manage to take Eli out of play. That is a lot of intel denial off of the board as Hayden's going to claim the life of Stutters, leaving just Rampy and Lions, the two Eternity. Eternity? Was it Eternity? No. Yeah, Eternity was the name of their team back in the day. Leaving the two Eternity boys all on their own. Hey, Kicksync, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for the resub, very much appreciated. Rampy is going to fall, leaving Lions all on his own in 1 versus 4. He sees the top of one player. He's going to open fire and he's going to whip a fair bit, but he does manage to get a kill eventually. C4's going to get pulled. That's going to go out, but before he can even pull the trigger, Jay got booted. Is going to gun him down and take the round for Apollo. So what I'd actually written down after I made a mistake during the rehost was actually correct. It's like I jinxed it. Match point now for Apollo. I don't like how, I mean, I don't know what else it's going to do. I don't like how it makes it all objective wins, but there's nothing it can do, obviously, because it doesn't know, because the server's dead. But fortunately, I've written it all down, so I know we have only had 1 round this game that has actually been won based off an objective play. Church and Arsenal is going to get played again. This is the 3rd time going here for Runic. They won it the first time, they lost it the second time. Let's remind ourselves of the stats for this site. Church and Arsenal, 38% attacker favoured, 62% defender favoured. Now, the defenders have won it 50% of the time, which means that by the law of statistics, which is a valid law, there's a whole book on the law of statistics. Law of statistics states that Runic will win this round. If they don't, then the laws of statistics and the whole fabric of the space-time continuum itself will unravel. That's just how it works. So, Runic, you've got this one in the bag. It's going to be 6-5 after this. If it's not, hopefully I'm not seriously jinxing Runic. I am obviously, of course, just playing with numbers. I am just playing with numbers here. Alright, so Ulysses sets up his drone. We've got 9 drones in place. Slams has lost his drone already. I mean, Ash doesn't need drones. Ash doesn't need drones. Hayden pre-firing onto that kitchen doorway. There's a red ping gone out. That's not really the play. You don't want to red ping your players that are going for spawn peaks. You want to yellow ping because you don't want them... Well, you can red ping and force them to back away, or you can yellow ping them and just catch them by surprise because they don't know that you know that they're there going for that spawn peak. So, oh! Jay almost gets his head ripped right off by the Legion as Legion does fall back down that main staircase, dropping a little goo mine behind him, dropping a little trail there like breadcrumbs. So that hatch is going to get... Oh, no! Impact Trick is going to be successful, and that hatch remains closed. Second set of X-Kairos goes out from Hayden. Those two are going to go off, I think. Yep, they are not going to be tricked successfully. That's all of the impact grenades out of the pocket. No, Rampy's got one left. He can deny this, but he's going to miss it. Hatch is going to get opened. Great play there from Hibana, hanging upside down on that window. Lions and Rampy, the two Eternity boys. It was I'm sure their team name was Eternity. I'm sure it was Eternity. It began with an E. It was Eternity. It was Eternity, I know it. Disney Princesses. That's what they were. Disney Princesses. Alright, so Dirt Tunnel Wall is now opened and the drones are going down. 3 ADSs are going to get spotted before the drone loses its life, and Hayden is going to push in behind Slams and just run his way down here. Now, he has 3 stun grenades. He can burn all 3 of these ADSs, which is exactly what he's going to do. Oh no, but Ash drops a load a little bit too soon, and that shield is going to remain up as the breaching charge... No, the breaching charge has done the job somehow. Hayden is just caught in between 2 gas grenades nicely. He's going to remain alive, not take any damage. Rampy and Stutters up here holding this dirt tunnel. Stuffs with a gas grenade is going to hold those two players back a little bit, but with a shotgun he's going to peek out and take down Hayden. And this is looking good right now for Runic. My bet is looking pretty safe. As Ulysses is in the kitchen, but is going to back out. 1 minute left to go on the clock, leaving Eli all on his own, watching the dirt tunnel doorway. That's a good angle. As soon as one of these players backs out of dirt, it's a freebie for Eli. Let's watch Eli for a bit and see if he's going to get a free kill here as he just watches this doorway. When these two players realize, there you go. As soon as those two players realize that someone's backed out, they will, of course, move out of dirt tunnel. That second player in dirt should have been a little bit more careful, but he wasn't, as Lions and Asiacs are now the last two left standing in a 3 versus 2. Maybe my bet isn't safe. Maybe we're going to get a 7-5 here. Sorry, a 7-4 here, rather than a 6-5 scoreline at the end of this round. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Still possible. Asiacs and Lions can cover this. J got boots is going to take down one. Lions is left all on his own in a 1 versus 2. Diffuser been dropped, but it doesn't matter because the round is going to go to Apollo. And Apollo, for the first time in a very long time in this league, take their first proper win. Well played to them.
Apollo wins 7-4.
Okay, lovely jubbly. All right, let's set up these highlights. Highlights have been problems. To be fair, the first